Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Bowman. Matt Breen has the evening off. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is declaring yet another bird flu related disaster in northwest Iowa and one of the counties here. The governor signing that proclamation for Buena Vista County just this afternoon. It comes after the USDA confirmed a case of highly pathogenic avian influenza in a commercial turkey flock in that county. That proclamation will remain in effect through November 19th and will allow state agencies to assist with tracking and monitoring of the disease, rapid detection of any new cases, and containment, disposal, and disinfection of any affected flocks and facilities. Buena Vista County is a major poultry producer and also a magnet for bird flu cases. Now, 8 cases have been reported in poultry flocks there since March 2022, with 7 of those being in turkey flocks.